The journal has a new benchmarking requirement that says to be published, a work must present a significant advance in green chemistry. Papers must contain a comparison with existing methods and demonstrate advantages over those methods before publication can be considered. This is a benchmarking requirement. Benchmarking requirements are pretty common in science. For example, suppose you're submitting a paper to a catalysis journal and you're reporting a wonderful new catalyst for a certain reaction. You'd be expected to show that your catalyst makes the reaction go faster than the old previous best catalyst can do. So, using the same set of conditions, you would want to try your catalyst and the previous best catalyst and show that yours goes faster. But what about green chemistry? If someone says, I've got a new technology and it's greener, how do you show that? So what it means is towards the end of the paper, probably before the conclusions, you're going to have to add an extra paragraph that says two key things. The first is, what is the old previous best technology you're going to compare your tech to? And second, how does your new technology compare to the old technology? In what ways is your new technology greener, faster, less polluting, less consuming of energy, less consuming of water? And in what ways is it worse? Don't be afraid to mention a couple of ways your technology is worse than the old technology. Nothing's expected to be perfect. The referees and editors love to see it when an author says, here's all the great advantages of my technology, and here's a couple of disadvantages. It means the author is being open, honest, and transparent, and that makes referees and editors very happy. So how exactly do you do this benchmarking? How do you show that your technology is greener than the old technology? Well, there's a bunch of things you can do. You can do mass-based metrics. They're pretty easy to calculate. How much waste is your process generating compared to the old process? Like E, or atom economy, or process mass intensity. You can use impact-based metrics, the most famous of which is life cycle assessment. But what if you don't know how to do impact-based metrics like life cycle assessment? Most chemists don't have those skills. There are some easy steps you can take to qualitatively compare your technology to the old in terms of environmental impact. And if you want to see a more discussion of that, take a look at my separate paper where I go through the steps you can take to compare your technology to the old one qualitatively in terms of environmental impact and find out where it's likely to be better or worse. You might be thinking, wow, do I have to do all of that? Do I have to do months of extra work just for this green advance requirement in order to get my paper published? No, you don't. All you have to do is those two key requirements. What are you comparing your technology to? Like, what's the old previous best? And second, you have to show some advantages and disadvantages of your technology compared to that. If you have any questions, take a look at this editorial I wrote. It will have more information for you. Take a look at the separate video where I talked about some more details of qualitative comparisons. And I really look forward to seeing your paper in the journal Green Chemistry.